there, Case. Hope you're having a great day today. Here's your video lesson. Let's see here, two things I want to talk about. I'll talk about those two things, and if you have questions at the end of this, have your mom or dad shoot me over a message, and I'm more than happy to answer. I'll be in the studio until tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and then I'll be out for 4th of July weekend, Friday, Saturday, and then obviously on Sunday, and I'll be back in the office on Monday. So if you have questions, send them over before then. If not, it might take me till Monday to get back to you. So, all right, cool. Let's get to it. So I'm going to continue on with the technical things that we need to be working on at this point. Big thing is that last time we were discussing thumb technique, because we're going to need that for steady hands pretty soon. And what that looks like, the prep, what I gave you last time was that we put our pointer finger on the B string, on the second string right here. And then I'm just going to touch the string with my pointer finger, and then I'm going to touch the string with my thumb on the fifth string, on the A string. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be really gentle. I'm going to push through the string with my thumb on the side of my thumb. So if you look right here, if I push down like that right there, like you can see in the camera right about there, I'm contacting the string on the flesh side, so I'm not playing on my nail. The nail is just a ramp, but I'm contacting at a diagonal on my thumb right here. So if you look from this angle, right, my thumb is not parallel with the string. It's kind of off to the side a little bit. So that's going to be coming in at a diagonal onto the string. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push through on that spot on my thumb and make a little cross with my thumb and my pointer finger. So it's going to look like this. That's the motion. The pointer finger stays put, doesn't move. The thumb, moving from the thumb joint right here, that's the thing that moves. So we don't want to be squeezing up this way and pinching the fingers together. Touch the string gently, push through the string gently. So listen. So touch the string, push through, and make a little cross with the tip joint right at the first knuckle right here. Right? So touch, push through. That's the first thing I want you to practice for me. Like I said, if you want me to get eyes on it and see if there's something going on in there that you can't figure out, remember, just take a short video and send that to me, and I'd be more than happy to take a look. Point number 2 is the Bhaktans challenge. We talked last time about shifting, using a guide finger to shift from one position into another position. So I'm going to play that note D right there with my middle finger, and then I'm going to shift down to the C sharp. Thumb and the hand come over to the right. If you notice right here, my whole arm is moving. I'm not doing this. I'm not flicking my hand this way, and I'm not trying to like do this right here with my fingers where everything stays put with behind here. I play the string. The whole hand shifts down from D to C sharp. So 3rd fret, 2nd string, to 2nd fret on the 2nd string. That's the first part of the challenge. Next part of the challenge is that you're going to do what's called the Miami pattern. It just comes from the names of the fingers in Spanish. It's a Spanish instrument, right? So it goes M, I, A, M, I. Don't ask me to pronounce what they call the ring finger in Spanish because I'll butcher it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use middle, index, ring, middle, index. So you actually might want to go away from the guitar and see if you can do that combination like you do, like just touch the finger to the thumb. So M, I, A, M, I, M, I, A, M, I, M, I, A, M, I, right? What you're going to do with that is you're going to play your middle finger on the B string, and then you're going to play your index finger on the B string, and just do that. M, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do your ring finger A on the E string, on the 1st string, and then middle finger on the B string, and then pointer finger on the G string. So you have this. A, M, I, first half, second half, A, M, I, and if you combine the first M, I, M, I, and then you have A, important to practice the right hand by itself, because if you're worried about what notes to play over here, you're not thinking about this over here. You want to make this. You want to make that on autopilot, right? Then at the end, what it's going to look like is this. We fall right into our first little chord shape, because remember that notes are single strings, chords are two or more strings played together. All right, common things that I see with this are flyaway fingers. They might do M-I okay, but then as soon as A goes down, everything just like flicks away and gets really hyperextended here and a lot of excess tension. So what you can do to work on that, take your thumb, put it on here on the 5th string, your index and your middle are going to be on the 3rd string and 2nd string, and then your ring finger is going to be on the 1st string E right here. You keep the thumb, index, and middle nice and relaxed on the string, and you just push that finger straight back to rest onto the B string. So by the end, you'll actually have 2 fingers resting on the B string. We're not too worried about what that's going to look like in the end right now, but that's a good way to keep these fingers from flicking away. Remember, one of the big points of book 1 is to have super solid technique by the time you get to book 2, because book 2 can be more unforgiving in spots with technique that's not quite as where it should be. So, Mom, Dad, what you can do is just take your finger and push that finger through the string. Right? So that's one thing that I usually see with this piece. Cool. So, like I said, work on that for me. If you have questions at the end of this, obviously send them over to me. And have a great 4th of July weekend. Take care.